Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode here of our Universe Mode on WWE 2K24. Today is our final episode of Smackdown and our final weekly show before our Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. With 3 more big matches tonight is going to help us lead the way in. First of all then, we've got a 6-man tornado tag between Indus Sher, Sanga, Veer and Jinder Mahal going up against the Final Testament, Karrion Kross, Akam and Rezar. Next up, Io Sky goes one-on-one against Maxine Dupri. And your main event, Drew McIntyre will be facing Finn Balor at the Elimination Chamber for the European Championship. But tonight he takes on Damian Priest. Without further ado, let's get straight into the show. And here we go then, the opening match, the Tornado Tag Team match of Indus Sher versus the Final Testament. Right, this should be interesting. So Jinder Mahal currently sits on... Let me turn my audio down a little bit. Jinder Mahal currently sits on -1. -1 after 579 matches. It is Shanky, isn't it? I'm confused a bit here. One second, let me have a look. I don't know, we'll figure it out at the end. I just did it, I did it a minute ago, didn't I? Is it Suave or is it Shanky? I'm going to check. 1 second. Controller assignments. Sanga. Sanga, not Shanky. Okay. Sanga. Sanga. It is Suave. Okay. On -1 after 1 match. Of course, they've already had a match together. And Veer currently sits on +2 after 4 matches. Karrion Kross +4 after 11 matches for him. Akam is on -1 after 3 matches, and I'm assuming that Rezar is not be far behind that. +1 after 11 matches, okay. As a tag team, Authors of Pain currently sit on -1 after 3 matches. So what have you been doing singles-wise in Rezar to be on where you are? You must have had a decent rumble at some point, that's all I can imagine. So big opportunity here for either of these two teams to really elevate themselves, not just in the tag division, in the singles division as well. Of course, both Jinder and Karrion don't get a lot of opportunities at this point in time, so very important for the pair of them to showcase what they can do here this evening. And Veer and Suave, or Sanga, should I say. So it'll be important for them to do whatever they can as well, because bearing in mind, now they've both been released recently from the WWE, as well as Jinder Mahal, chances are they're not going to be on the game moving forward, therefore the opportunity is going to be limited, so they need to really make an impact on this year's game if they want to try and get some longevity going. I imagine Authors of Pain will be back on the game next year, of course, because they are re-signed with WWE. What's happening with Final Testament? I mean, I don't watch a lot of WWE, but the Final Testament stable, when it first began, is something that intrigued me, but I don't think it's ever really gone where it should have gone, has it really? I know they're feuding with Bobby Lashley and what's those guys called? Street Profits? Boot in the face. Big clothesline as well. The Authors of Pain doing incredibly well inside the ring. There's the pin on Jinder. It's almost enough. Big elbow there. As Karrion Kross back in the ring, he gets flattened as well. Jinder raiding the strikes, but it's not going... it's a bit of a shame for me for Jinder being released. I rate Jinder. He's not amazing, don't get me wrong, but he's a solid worker. And I always thought he could play the anti-American heel very well. But obviously WWE had other plans. And the Trevor Lee one really surprised me as well. Is he on this game? Is Cameron Grimes on this game? I don't know, to be honest. But yeah, that really surprised me, that release, I must admit. Sidewalk slam. There's the pin now, but it's broken up. Jinder's flat out in the corner. Lovely power slam. And Jinder now with a drop toe hold. And into that camel clutch submission. But it's not going to be enough. And now Cross is throttled. Choke slammed. Is that going to be enough? And now a powerbomb attempt. No, Jinder's going to fight free from the powerbomb. Jinder attempting a clothesline, completely misses it. And now the Final Testament are very much in control of this one. Double Russian leg sweep there on Jinder Mahal. That's carrying Cross now with a boot in the guts. And numbers are evened up inside the ring, but Cross now... Wow, it's almost like a release F5. He's going for the pin. It's broken up straight away, though. And all of a sudden, things have turned around. The Final Testament look dead on to win, and then all of a sudden, Indus Sher were in full control. And inside the ring, there's a big... Ooh, that power slam barely turned over. It looked like he was barreling headfirst into the ground there for a second. Big forearm. And now looking for that choke slam once again. And he hits it again. Inside the ring goes the pin. Cross is there. He is going to break it up. Cross now, lovely DDT. Clubbing blow against the back. And everybody almost back in the ring. Yeah, candlestick's a bit risky there. It is disqualifications. Big headbutt, and all of a sudden, Final Testament once again in full control. And what is the plan here? Oh, wow. Brutal. There's the pin, and that is the win. The Final Testament pick up the victory. Cross, Akam, and Reza with the six-man tag win. Reza moves up to a +2. Akam moves up to a 0. Karrion Kross moves up to a +5. Whereas Sanga moves down to a -2. Via moves down to a -2. And Jinder, don't hinder the Jinder, also moves down to a -2. Inside the tag team division, Veer and Sanga pick up another loss, which puts them down to -2 in the tag division. And Akam and Reza of Authors of Pain pick up a victory, which moves them up to 0 overall. Alright, there we go. Let's move on to match number 2. And here we go then. Io Sky goes 1-1 against Maxine Dupri. Io Sky was somebody who had a terrible time in the early years, has now balanced herself back out to a 0 overall now. I don't know if we've actually ever had Maxine in a match. No. Does she have another name? Did she come from the indie scene? I doubt she did. Maxine Dupri. No, she has never had another name. Therefore, she joins our ranking system. Of course, she's not the best wrestler, should we say, but she's trying her hardest. I think we can all agree that that's all we can ask for at this point in time. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Io completely missed. Now Dupri has an opportunity. What's going on with some of these? I've just got some stuff. Oh, I think the ones that I had highlighted on here were the ones that I couldn't get calls for. That's what it was. But that was a different game, so. So I'm just sort of looking around the ranking system at the same time here. There's Dupri now with the pin. Only a 1 count. There's Sayuri, who's really low. Sayuri needs a lot of work. Sayuri is someone who is real, but is actually fantastic as well. I think she's a former MMA wrestler who moved into Stardom. That was what I'm thinking of, and was a world champion. Did incredibly well. Dupri absolutely raining down the strikes. And Dupri did a very good job here, actually, throwing Sky back in the ring. Not quite sure what she's doing here, apart from getting herself close to being counted out. She's back in now. What is Io looking for here? It looks crazy here, though. It's going to be some high risk. Is there going to be a high reward? Yes, standing Spanish fly from the top. Wow. That's a big move there. Maxine Dupri took as now Io Sky up on the top. Referee fantastically stands in the way. But it is a big moonsault, and this should be enough for the quick and simple win. Io Sky gets the win. Maxine Dupri on her debut wasn't to be today. Why is Bailey looking like she's one having the match? Is she that tired just standing at ringside? So this is now going to move Io Sky up to... Oh, no, that's Natalia. Io Sky moves up to a +1. For the first time in SWE history, Io Sky is in a positive. Which now moves it up to 70th in the rankings. And here we go then, our main event of the evening. Drew McIntyre goes 1-on-1 against Damian Priest. And of course, Drew McIntyre will be fighting for the European Championship at the Elimination Chamber. I'd say, well, let's make this more interesting. Let's say the winner of this match can determine the stipulation for the match at Elimination Chamber between Drew McIntyre and Finn Balor. There you go. We'll do that. Of course, Damian Priest accompanied at ringside by Dom, Rhea and Finn. There wasn't enough space for Jordan Devlin, I'm afraid. And it's been a dominant start so far for Priest. And a very decent start. Big splash there as well. Of course, Damian Priest now the world champion in real life, which is an interesting one. Not that I think it's a bad thing, but... it's just interesting. It's not one that I expected to happen. I mean, obviously expect to happen when you become the Mr. Money in the Bank. But they had a few occasions over the last few years where they've managed to make us all excited by giving somebody a Money in the Bank briefcase, only to find a way to take it off of them before it actually happens. So it's nice to see them follow through and actually have somebody new as a champion. That's the main thing. I think the issue with me with WWE is we get bored with the same people over and over again. Like when Rhea had to give up the championship and they had the Battle Royal to crown the new women's champion, you're thinking there's all these potential people it could be, and they've gone with Becky Lynch again. As the referee now counted, it's a 2 count on the outside so far. I mean, if this was to go to count out, of course, nobody would get the win, and we'll just continue on with a standard match, I suppose. I mean, McIntyre would happily take a count out victory here, I would imagine. Well, maybe not. He's actually going to throw Priest back into the ring and following him himself. Lovely elbow right on the inside of the knee. And as you see, Dom getting under the skin now of Drew McIntyre. Easy to be done, especially as Dom gets under the skin of many people. Big, high angle flatliner. There's the pin attempt. And it was a pin attempt, but not a win. You see the effects that Judgment Day are having at ringside, and it makes you wonder what sort of match type Drew McIntyre would pick. As Priest, well, McIntyre might not get a chance to pick anything here. As Priest now in with a big razor's edge. Ooh, Drew is able to break free. Big strike and all. Priest is pulling the leg away. I mean, Priest has dominated this match for most of it, to be honest. McIntyre now starting to get some control back. And he's taking Priest up high. Then what the plan is here. Is it potentially going to be a super duperplex? No. It's going to be a super air raid crash. Boom, that's big. Straight into the pin. Referee very slow to get down. Only a 2 count. I think the ref was slow to get down there, though. Very slow to get down. And where do these two sit in the grand scheme of things? I mean, Drew McIntyre absolutely flattens. That's got to be it, isn't it? Drew McIntyre was on a -3, now moves up to a -2 with that victory. And Damian Priest was on a -1, now moves down to a -2. And Drew McIntyre has the chance to decide the stipulation for his European Championship match at the Elimination Chamber. He's fought long and hard in the few seconds since he won the match, and he has decided that he wants this match to be an ambulance match. Why not? We haven't used it yet. Why not? I'll have an ambulance match. And we will also ban... Oh my god, Kat, what are you doing? You've stepped on the keyboard. You put extra letters in everywhere. Okay. We will also ban all members of Judgment Day from ringside. So Finn versus Drew ambulance match 1-on-1. Everybody banned from ringside. That's the end of Smackdown. Next time I see you will be inside the Elimination Chamber. We're going to do matches for the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. And we're going to kick off the pay-per-view with an Elimination Chamber match for the Hardcore Championship. New Jack will defend inside the Elimination Chamber against Cactus Jack, Abdullah the Butcher, Bruiser Brody, Terry Gordy, and Terry Funk. That's coming up for you in a few days' time. I wait to see you all. Good night, God bless, Auf Wiedersehen. I will see you on Tuesday for the Chamber. Good night.